like that. I like that a lot. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to G-Rod Grills. My name is Gerardo and this is my channel. If you're into backyard barbecue on a variety of different smokers, like this 4-rack digital smoker from Bradley behind me, then please consider subscribing because that's exactly what this channel is all about. Today I'm going to be making a smoked cream cheese with a red pepper jelly glaze on it, and it's absolutely fantastic. It is super easy to do, and I promise you, you're going to want to make this for pretty much every occasion you have coming up because it is that good. Are you ready to get going? Let's go. Alright, so let's get started. So we're going to start off with one package of cream cheese. This is a 250 gram pack, just a standard brick. Whatever cream cheese you like will do. You like the low fat stuff? Go for it. I'm going to use this guy. There we go. So I've kept this actually in the fridge the entire top up until just right now when I was ready to film. So and the reason why I want that is I want this to be pretty firm, or as firm as I can get it anyway, and then so that I can season it and then score it without it kind of melting down. And I'm probably going to put it in the fridge after I'm done seasoning this as well while the smoker gets up to temperature. So all right, here we go. So we're going to be using a Honey Hog barbecue rub by Meat Church. This is a nice sweet rub, gives some great color, and it's going to give some nice little flavor. You just want to cover it completely. That looks pretty good to me. Nicely covered all the way around so you can see. It's perfect. To the next, what I'm going to use, I'm going to score this just to kind of give it a little bit of look, and also to get that smoke to kind of go into the cream cheese as well. So I'm going to go diagonally this way and then diagonally that way so that we can get nice little score marks. And if that wasn't the simplest thing to do, I don't know what is. The next thing I'm going to do is I have this little kind of foil boat here, and I'm just going to kind of transfer this over to that. And it's just going to cook on this on the Bradley rack here. So this is just so that I can't really put this directly on the grate just because the Bradley rack would just melt through. So this is going to give me some surface area to hold it up on the grate. This is going to flatten out and kind of get a little bit bigger as we cook it. I'll show you when we put it in the smoker. All right, here we go. So it's been maybe about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes until just the Bradley's up to temperature. I've got it set to 180 degrees. I'm gonna bump it up to 200 as soon as I put this in there, but it was at 180. I just wanted to get things kind of warmed up. I wanted to get the biscuit burner also warmed up as well. In there, I'm using two types of wood. I'm using maple and I'm using cherry wood. And that's going to give us some nice color from the cherry, some awesome flavor from the maple as well. We want to get all that deliciousness to go kind of pair with the sweetness of the Honey Hog rub that we used on this cheese. So as you can see here, I've got it, in my tray, ready to go. Let's throw it in there. So typically in your smoker, you'll have, the bottom part's a little bit warmer than it is at the top because I don't want this to kind of melt, and cream cheese is not going to melt and fall apart. It's just going to soften up and eventually will become very creamy, but we're not going to let it get to that point. This is just going to kind of soften, and that's all what we want. I don't want it to be in the heat or in the really thick of the heat. I really want it to just get a lot of the smoke. So I'm going to put it up here in my second rack at the top there. And from there, I'm going to leave it there for, it's going to be about an hour to an hour and a half. If you're leaving it at 180, you could probably go up to full hour and a half. I'm going to check it in about an hour here. I'm going to bump up to 200 degrees right now. Now that we've got it in here at 200 degrees, I'm gonna come back and check it in about an hour. And then just to make sure that it's softened up nicely, the color should be beautiful at that point. I'm not gonna do anything to this, just gonna let it go until I come back and check it. Again, see you back in an hour. All right, so it's been about an hour and a half here. So I'm just gonna have a look. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Nice color. I know it's a little bright with the sun, but it's got nice little smoky color. I don't know if you can see in here a little bit. Try to kind of shield that sun. There's a little bit of, you can see kind of the smoke getting into those edges, and that's what I want to see. So let's pull it out of here, and we'll let it cool a little bit, and then we're going to put our topping on it. Okay, so there you have it here. I've got it all in there. Hopefully you can see, try not to tip it over too much. There is, you can see a little smoke in between the little score marks. It looks fabulous. So now the next step I'm going to do is I let it kind of rest here for a little bit. I'm going to use this. This is a homemade red pepper jelly. And a friend of mine actually gave me this, and it works so good on like really any charcuterie with cheese or crackers or whatnot. So I'm just gonna pour some on top, and the cheese is still warm, so this should help. It'll help kind of spread this red pepper jelly, and the sweetness along with the spiciness of the red pepper jelly is going to go so well with this. Just a perfect little appetizer for, you know, whatever kind of gathering you're having, or I don't know, maybe you're watching your favorite show and you just need a little dip. This is going to be perfect. There we go. All right, now that we've got that on there, let's try it out. All right, here we go. So now we've got this cooled down a little bit here. It's still nice and soft. I got these little pita chips I'm going to use, and we're gonna give this a shot. So I'm gonna pick a piece here with quite a bit of pepper jelly. I like that. I like that a lot. It's creamy, it's soft. That pepper jelly is fantastic on it. I'm gonna give a little bit more on this. You can taste a lot of the smoke, which is fantastic, but it's not like, you know, it's not like you're eating something that's overly smoked or anything like that. It's just nice there, a subtle hint of smoke. I highly recommend making this for really any sort of appetizer. Crowd pleaser guaranteed. You can see some of the smoke where the smoke's kind of penetrated into the cream cheese. You can see it there. I think when we used cherry and we used maple, I think both of those have worked really well with this as well. The cherry for the color also gives you a little bit of the taste, but the maple for sure, that sweetness from the maple kind of complements the sweetness from the rub that we added. Also, you know, the savoriness of the cream cheese on its own. It's actually really works really well together. Worked really good. I think the key in scoring the cheese really helps get that smoke right down into kind of the middle of the cheese, so you're not just getting the top of it or the bottom. You're not really melting it all together, or you're not really mixing it with anything. You're gonna eat it like this, like a dip. It works so good. I'm not sure what else to say about this because it is really fantastic. I've had, I mean, half the crackers that I brought out here. Oh, so good. Well, that's all I've got for you today. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see some more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content. Until next time, I'll catch you on the next G-Rod Grills. Cheers.